All right, guys, what's going on? Oh man, guys, I'm doing some reading in the Times Square here. The Times Square, the town square, which is Twitter, and I'm gonna keep coming back to what I always say, and I'm gonna title the video this. This is why we buy Bitcoin, guys. This is all right here. Why we buy Bitcoin or crypto, whichever one you choose. They're all good. I mean, most of them are good. I'm going to show you a bunch of things here. If you're not looking at the screen, if you're driving, I don't know what you're doing right now, but here we go. Michael Saylor has some good quotes here. And here's one of them on Twitter. He said, Next Layer Capital says, Michael Saylor says, quote, "The more capital I raise, the more capital I can raise. That breaks every textbook at Harvard and Stanford." Michael Saylor, I love Michael Saylor, and I don't know if I trust him 100% yet, but so far, so good, guys, in my book. I know some of you might not agree with how much he's buying. He's taking a ton of Bitcoin. They hold the most Bitcoin, so in the world, I believe. Maybe not that we know of, other than Satoshi. But he thinks like I think. He likes to think outside the box, outside the matrix. And the reason he thinks like this is because his company was backed into a corner. If you guys hadn't seen the interview he did or the talk he did, it was like last year, some kind of conference. You guys might know which one it is. I don't know the name of it. But he was backed into a corner. He tried everything in the book. The last thing he tried was putting his entire company into Bitcoin. Basically what he did. And that's not textbook. That's a huge risk. Anyone who does finances or does their own finances and knows what risk feels like, taking risk, over leveraging, not leveraging enough, over investing, under investing. So when he says, I like people who go against university system, the school system. I don't believe in it. I have a college degree, a bachelor's, but I know, and it's helped me, but there's a lot of useless degrees that just are there to suck your money and trip you up in life. If you want to be a surgeon, got to be a surgeon. Want to be a lawyer, got to go to training, got to go to law school. I get it. But other than all those important professions, most of it is bullshit. And you can make a lot more money just starting to work at 18, 19, 20, getting an associate's degree, 2-year degree, being a plumber, HVAC guy, starting an LLC business. You guys got to take risks. That's why I like Michael Saylor. Here's Trending Bitcoin says, Bitcoin is going to blow through 250,000 so fast once the U.S. government finally sees the light. Tim Draper said that. We like Tim Draper. Peter Thiel says, Bitcoin is the one asset I most strongly believe in. Classic. You have some more destabilization going on in Chicago. Federal agents spotted in Chicago this morning, 20 hours ago. It's about to get real. If you're not looking at the screen, so Marine guy standing on the back of a Ford Explorer, middle of the street, publicly seen. You have China doing light shows with 11,787 drones. Yet in the U.S., we're focusing on boys turning into girls, girls turning into boys, trannies, school shootings. So meanwhile, China's doing this kind of stuff here. If you're not looking at the screen, it's a drone light show. You have here, Bitcoin for Freedom says it's extremely important to get as much BTC as possible. This is 19 hours ago, before AI wipes away all the jobs and it becomes impossible to work for money. Yo, this post right here, I have been thinking about this so much. You are seeing, there's another video here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it up. I think I lost it, but it's a woman talking about, she's a recruiter. She had 600 applicants for one position. All the applicants are qualified. All the applicants meet qualifications. She has to pick one and reject all the others. This is the symptom. This is a symptom of a falling society. Loss of purchasing power in the money supply. Over dilution of the money supply. Corruption within the government. You have the PDF files all throughout the system. You probably have Russian subversion agents that have been in this country for 30, 40 years just spying on the system. We are primed for the fall of Rome, for the decline of Babylon right now. This is it, guys. And I really do. I've thought of this, probably the second year I got into crypto, probably 2021. I was 2 years into it. I started thinking this. I was like, technology's getting better, AI's getting better. Now you're seeing the TikTok videos, the Instagram videos of people complaining that they're not getting hired. They have to settle for the gig jobs. It's a gig economy, DoorDash, Uber Eats. Guys, again, we have thousands of dollars in Pokemon cards. Be grateful that you're not a DoorDash driver. Be grateful that you're not an Uber driver. Be grateful that you have and that we've found Bitcoin, guys. This is where I really do believe that I don't know how they're going to control the masses, because without jobs, they're going to have to do some kind of UBI. And I was thinking maybe they'll even use XRP to roll out this UBI. They need something quick to be delivered to the people. The peasants, then you're going to have what these people are going to have loss of purpose. What are they going to do with their lives? No job, no money. How are they going to do stuff? Robotic tech all over the place. Then you have the crypto people who, we are the outliers. We are the higher IQ people. We saw the future. But regular humans will say that's bullshit. No, humans don't have the power to see into the future. Humans don't possess extraordinary powers. No, we do. And this just so happens to be ours. We have a little bit of a gift of foresight, okay? And I know that runs in my family gene pool. I know, okay, now I'm getting full-blown schizo on you guys. I'll backtrack a little bit, I digress. Let's go down here. Just in Altcoin Daily, 2.3 million to 3.7 million Bitcoin is permanently lost, according to Ledger. This means that 11% of the total supply is gone forever. That's something we already knew, but always good to remember that Bitcoin's consistently being lost every day. The more new people that get into Bitcoin and crypto, the more they learn how to send crypto to different places, and eventually some gets lost in the process. Here we go. Here's a great video, guys. Wall Street apes, Las Vegas. You guys heard about Vegas? Dude, again, a family of four cannot go out to eat. Before I start this video, here's a great quote I heard the other day. When an average family of four cannot afford an average family home, then you have a massive discrepancy in the system. There's a big flaw. These are all, I'm telling you guys, the symptoms here of the collapsing system. This is it. And we're not doing the gold silver thing. Remember, you need crypto and you need guns, okay? In my opinion. I know I got some silver guys here. I got a few silver bars left, and I've been selling them. I don't need them. Here you go. Las Vegas prices are beyond insane. Dude, people can't afford Vegas. People can't afford Vegas anymore. Dude, let me go throw my money away at the machines. Nobody is doing that right now unless you're a freaking multimillionaire. And even multimillionaires know not to gamble like that. When millionaires gamble, it's a calculated risk, not even a gamble. Here you go. Las Vegas prices are beyond insane. American ordered this bowl of pasta at Park MGM. She shows the receipt. It's $52.95 for a shitty bowl of pasta and a Pellegrino water, or sparkling water. Yeah, Pellegrino water. This is why nobody goes to Vegas anymore. Okay? More destabilization going on. 14 hours ago, Paul A. Saipula says, Venezuelan in Canada. This guy's a Venezuelan in Canada. He says, quote, everything that you see now here in Canada is what happened in Venezuela 20 years ago. It's a script from communism. New York City is next. You are seeing the destabilization happening. You're seeing the media not report on these things happening. You're seeing the UK be overrun by North Africans and Middle Easterners. This is a huge issue, guys. You're having massive gentrification all over the place. That's Bangladesh. That's a really nasty place. Here you go. Just more destabilization. This is 12 hours ago. Right Angle News Network says, breaking video from a suburb outside Dallas showing a massive gathering of Indians taking over a street in a wealthy neighborhood is going viral, with viewers saying this isn't their America. Guys, humans are tribal, okay? And here's the thing. If you have a bunch of black people in an area, and then a whole bunch of for the sake of argument, I'll say a bunch of Asian people come in and invade the area and start taking over the area, and literally they match the population equally. So if you have 100 black people in a neighborhood and 100 Asian people come in, there's going to be some problems. Same thing. If you have a bunch of 100 Asian people neighborhood, and then 100 Indians come in, or 100 whites come in, or 100 blacks come in, whites, blacks, Asians, Indians, whoever's coming into each other's space, there's going to be tension. I believe that's tribalism. I don't think that's racism. All China is mostly Chinese. All Russia is mostly Russian. All African is mostly Africans. All Japan is mostly Japanese. Okay, it's only in America where you have this melting pot of like multi-ethnicities. And not that I don't believe in that, but cultures are different all over the world. That's why there are pockets of uniform races. Okay? Now, there's another video I want to show you here, but for the most part, here's Jack Mahler talking about Bitcoin. Remember, I kind of talk a little bit shit about Jack Mahler, but I love Bitcoin. He loves Bitcoin. The only thing I don't like about him is he's just a maxi. He's just a maxi, but everything he says about Bitcoin, I agree with, and I love. I love it. It's just, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why these Bitcoin maxis are so against altcoins when it's their open-mindedness that led them to Bitcoin, but yet their open-mindedness can't let them see altcoins. It's the weirdest thing. I'm pretty sure I articulated that very well. It's the weirdest thing right there. Michael Saylor says live on CNBC that Bitcoin will go up 30% a year for the next 20 years. This is just the beginning. Guys, I've been telling you this for the last year. I started to believe this probably my third year in Bitcoin, like 2022, 2023. Once I saw Bitcoin go from 10,000 to 69,000, I was 50% there. I was like, okay, this is something special. Then it backtracked to like 35, and I got scared. I was like, okay, I don't know about this. But then when it hit 100,000, 75 to 100,000, I was like, okay, this is, I'm seeing the pattern here, okay? 30% a year is pretty much what I've been telling you guys, 30% to 50% a year on the dot every year. And I feel like it's coming up pretty soon here, this September. It seems to be around the fall that we get that 30% to 50% jump, okay? I think it will happen again. I've been telling you guys, and I say it, you hear me say it. Why would I settle for a stock market gain or a Roth IRA gain or whatever, metal, silver gain of 16% a year, 10% a year, 8% a year, when I could have 30% to 50% a year for the next forever years? It makes sense to me, guys. Anyway, that's my video. I don't want to make this last too long. It's already long. Thanks for listening, guys. Have a great Sunday, and